Hey guys, and welcome to part 7 of the Injustice playthrough. We are now back into the regime headquarters after Superman stupidly killed their universe's Luthor in front of the news, which people thought Luthor was Superman's best buddy. This is not going to be good on him.
All because he called him a dick.
Do they appreciate my protection?
They'll make it an offer they can't refuse.
Imagine he just like picked up like a mafia accent.
Oh no, now he's going off the deep end. I'll kill everyone, that'll prove I'm not crazy.
Set an example.
It's like, what kind of sense does that make?
Finding the dimension these duplicates came from. They'll pay for interference.
See, I mean, look, he's already declaring war on Tuesdays, and yet he's saying we're not only we're going to do that, we're going to breach the, we're going to find out where our duplicates came from, we're going to kill them all.
He's just not a very nice guy, is he?
He's just lost all respect.
Man's world is
And here Shazam is going to be the voice of reason.
Yeah, listen to the 15-year-old.
Even on us. Especially on us.
That's enough.
We can't do this. Have you gone nuts? Lois would never want it.
Just because you're more popular than me.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though it's bullshit, it's gruesome. The way he kills him. Yeah. This is not just me, but in every DC fan that knows that Superman's weak to magic, Colin, this is bad writing. This is just absolutely disrespectful to the Shazam character, because he would have at least fought back. I mean, Superman's weak to magic. How the hell can he fucking burn his eyes just like that?
The writers just forgot just for that one moment. Just for the convenience of storyline.
Hi, Sinestro, with your Hitler moustache.
Flash. Get Doomsday.
And now this is where, in this chapter, we now take control of the Flash. And since our universe's Flash is not here, we're playing as the regime Flash.
Because he's still in the other universe, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still in the other universe.
Is he still in that wee hamster wheel sort of thing?
Probably trying his best to get the Speed Force to work. But still, the one person that had sense gets killed off.
Of course.
Right. This isn't what we signed up for.
And here's Flash kind of realizing, well,
Billy was
because the problem with the Flash is that he also looked up to Superman, because Superman's like the go-to guy, like the closest to God. But then he's saying,
I let myself believe
if he says here, right, he thinks the regime was making things better, but recently he's now realizing he's just gone off the deep end, and he's calling it quit.
You have a death wish? There is no
Hal is refusing to take the mantle, mainly, I'm guessing, because of fear. Hence the why he's colored yellow.
You can't leave.
You'd always assume like maybe fear would be like associated with like purple or something like that, or black.
Well, I guess it's to make it different.
Don't make me do this.
So here we are in the Fortress of Solitude. And there's Doomsday, and we have to get him ready. But Flash here is not having it. By the way, at the time of this recording, I was not good with Flash.
Is he just like too fast to play with?
Yeah, it's like the problem with the Flash is that to do the combos you have to be ridiculously fast.
Well, you remember my 1-2 combo.
Yeah, that's all you need to do, but that's the cheap way. Oh, bye Hal. Oof.
Oh jeez, that should like stab him all the way through.
No, they're icicles, they'll break.
Even so, like ice can like still maybe stab you if they're sharp enough.
Now, if you wonder what all these creatures are, what Superman likes to do is when, in the Fortress of Solitude, that's basically his headquarters, when he finds the last of each species, he likes to keep them in as a collection and make them safe, instead of killing them off.
So he has like just random last species.
Yeah, last of that species. Like, think of it like if it was a Metroid game and then Samus decided to keep one Metroid as a collection. It's kind of like that.
It'd be hilarious if you like put the Doctor in there, since he's the last of the Time Lords. Like, this is fucking not funny. Or Knuckles. The last of the Echidnas.
Oh no!
You didn't give me a choice, Hal.
What you you do to boss man?
Oh, that sounds like someone I know.
Little red man.
Don't try it, Grundy.
I'm not sure how I feel about the buzz cut though on Solomon Grundy. Yeah, I'm just gonna nitpick for it this entire playthrough, aren't I? I mean, look how many knives he's got in the back of him. Somebody wanted him dead.
I bet like he finds comfort in with all those knives in his back.
Aye, maybe he just, or maybe he's had them stuck for so long it's like he can't be bothered just to pick them out again. See what I mean? Invincibility frames with that move.
Yeah.
Zip you around the world. Now, what the Flash's counter power is that he slows down time. So it's like the counter. It's like the stopwatch from Smash Brothers. Like you're moving at a normal speed, but the opponent will be slowed down, and it's for like 3 seconds. That's just basically so you can juggle up some more combos. But the problem, you know, for someone who's a speedy counter as the Flash, he's just a bit too quick for me. I'm fucking getting real sick of your happy headbutts. Not as good as the happy slaps.
He does some happy slaps.
Well, that's just a generic thing. I think that's what most big guys. Oh shit! I think I'm gonna grabbed. Yep, shit.
Oh, fucking meat cleaver.
Alright.
Jeez, where'd they get that from?
Summoned it from. I guess it's because he must be a magical zombie then. That's a new thing. Magical zombie. How about that? And that back there is the Phantom Zone. That's where it's like it's an endless time void, a prison for Kryptonians and other creatures to go in there.
Right. Okay.
Time for a detour.
Flash instant. When did you, Bill, have a built-in GPS into your suit? Imagine that. Turn left at the. You just missed the left.
Yours is a heroic mission. It requires
Insert first order speech here.
On Star Killer base.
with the shakiness. Honestly, looking back at it, it's one of the most hilarious scenes ever.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because now his accent is like, "This will be the last day of the Republic."
Is it just like the overacting?
Yeah, it's the overacting. I thought the old man behind him could have done a better job.
Believe it or not, that old man was at the Capital Sci-Fi Con in Edinburgh earlier this year.
Huh. Cool. Well, but why is it with Capital Sci-Fi Cons that get characters that only have like 1 or 2 appearances?
Well, funnily enough, for next year they're getting Sylvester McCoy in there.
Ah.
The guy that played the 7th Doctor, and Archie from Still Game.
Aye. Archie, you coming out? I should vibrate out of this. I should vibrate out of this. I should vibrate out of this.
He just didn't feel like vibrating.
Well, he can't fly, but what he can do is he can create bursts of wind by rotating his arms.
So he's like flapping his arms like
No, not like flapping up and down, like rotation, but he speeds it up and creates vortexes.
Okay.
I should have done this.
Again, the Flash is not just more than just running fast. Sonic would be jealous.
Yeah, like I think Flash would like beat Sonic easily in a race.
Yeah, but then Sonic would be like, if I can run just as fast as him, how come I can't travel through time? How come I can't go back and save Maria? Cause an even more paradox. And now we're finding outside Wayne Manor.
It's a bit run down, doesn't it?
Aye. Well, because Superman exposed his identity.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's crumbling.
And there's the bike. Beep beep.
So can anyone like use that bike?
Oh, if it's a gadget character, they ride the bike, but if it's a power character, they just pick it up.
Okay. That would have been funny if like anyone can use it, like Lex Luthor and that mech, like driving it.
No, Lex would just pick it up. Yeah, no, I get you what you mean, though. Fucking, was that a fucking turkey?
Turkey.
It looked like a yellow turkey slammed on my head. See, there's the character power there with the whole color power goes yellow.
Mm.
But of course, I'm not too good with the Flash, so I don't know any fancy combos. Because this was at the time where I didn't have enough time to practice with every character that was in story mode. Now, the reason why that's The super move did not work. That's because of the amount of health that Superman Sinestro took. So basically, what the Flash's super, yeah, I'll let this speak for itself.
Bob the Builder, eat your heart out.
Now to warn the
He can
insurgents.
surely fix it. But anyway, the Flash's superpower is that he hits you and then he runs with the rotation of the Earth, goes around the Earth and gives you a punch. But what I would have liked if he came back with all this merchandise from around the world.
That'd be pretty funny.
Aye.
My God, Ollie, is that you?
It's like goes to Professor Pickle and it's like, here's your shit.
Where's Batman? My Batman. He's off somewhere not being a murderer. Oh, come on.
Here we are, our
No,
first official
get me.
video game version of the Arrowverse crossover. Oops.
Gotta think fast to be fast.
So yeah, that was their first ever crossover that they did when they crossed over the shows. It was just Essential versus... Well, I think that's what you should do. I think that's the go-to when you have two shows that you both create and then you want to put them together. You just immediately go with them against each other for the first crossover.
Of course, they become best friends near the end of it.
Yeah, typical. Oh, right, he's now getting invincibility frames too. How about that? How about that? A character that I have no practice with against my main. My main's probably gonna kick my arse though. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there?
Everything's exploding here.
It's like 3 explosions in one place.
Is that a donkey kick there?
Whoa. I think that's the Flash's way of an uppercut. He doesn't punch you, he just uses both his legs. Because the Flash is not a power character, he's more an agile character. So like he'll bounce off objects rather than just detonate them or throw them. It's because he's a speedy type. There you go, ladies, he's a speedy type. That's what it is.
Terrible.
Yeah, I know. I had to say it. Yeah, this is going to be a close one.
I can hit a moving target. This one hits back.
Why do they have to scream so loudly? It's like that fucking... You know when you watch the tennis games, they always do that sound effect when they swing the ball?
Yeah.
Ah!
It's hilarious though. Like, they just seem to get louder like when you swing.
It's like, surely it's swinging a tennis racket's not that sore. I mean, did you do tennis in PE?
We didn't really do tennis, but we did badminton.
Yeah, yeah, that's how one way to finish off your opponent, just kick his shins.
I'm on your side.
Did you ever see that Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends episode where Blue just goes around kicking everybody's shins?
No, I never watched it as a kid, actually.
It was pretty
Then
funny.
he's coming after your
Wonder Woman.
It's insane.
Is this the first time we're playing as Wonder Woman in this
be a
game
hell of
so
a
far?
fight.
Yeah, we're in the second to last chapter now.
I brought
That
you
was
here
pretty
to get
quick.
the kryptonite weapon, and that plan failed. You're going home.
I have no other plans, so therefore, you're all going home. I fucked up.
It'll buy you time to prepare.
Luthor sacrificed himself. We won't dishonor him.
See what I mean? When you look at it from a glance, you'd be confused to identify which Batman's which.
Yeah.
Finished.
Because they both look the same. Almost identically the same.
He's not
Like
Luthor's.
like you can see that the
Don't
R
let emotions
version of Batman is his cowl's more mechanical, while the regular's just one big cowl. Ah, señorita.
How is it Superman spared you, Bane?
You get back in there, you fanny.
Well, that is a way giant AK-47.
Is that on steroids too?
Probably. Well, not. Well, actually, believe it or not, the drug he's using on his back times there, it's called Venom.
Just Venom.
Yep, that's what gives him his bulkiness look. Like if you drain all the Bane
The Bane.
yeah, the vein out of the venom out of his blood, he'd be as skinny as you.
I take it that's the bane of his existence.
Anyway. So here we are with Wonder Woman, where her character power is where she has 2 formations. She switches between the lasso, where she can fly, and the sword and shield, where she's on the ground. I personally prefer the lasso move because it allows her to be a bit more faster. Like the sword and shield has its benefits, but it's a bit slower. And yeah, just like the Flash, at this time recording, I was not good with Wonder Woman either.
Is she like just really fast as well?
Oh, she's not fast. It's just that some of the combo moves require you to do some very weird button combinations, and again the fact that the sword and shield, while it's again it has its benefits, but it's not really effective against like compared to the lasso.
Got a voice crack though.
And if you wonder who that guy is in the background, that's Ray Palmer, the Atom. Oof.
That must have hurt.
Oh no way, it's Wonder Woman. She can survive anything. Because she is a badass. But anyway, the Atom there, he's basically DC's Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
Can he like shrink down in size?
Yes, he can. He
yeah.
can shrink. I think recently, at the time of this recording, they've just announced him as the next DLC character for Injustice 2. So they're actually doing a character where he can shrink in a fighting game.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of freaky. It's kind of weird actually. You see some of his moves and he shrinks and he grows back in the middle of combos. It's kind of weird. It's like it's one of those things where you don't think they would ever do it, and then Neverone comes around and does it.
Growing up a prisoner should have taught you the value of mercy.
I'm gonna walk in place and then we're gonna immediately jump back to 5 feet back.
I know that was a bit weird.
Right? Oh, what the fuck? I was in the middle of my combo, man.
The mascara. How did I
brought you here.
have no time for your meddling?
We have much.
I felt like it was his name that got repeated over and over again in the movie.
Oh, come on, you don't mean that. So here we are, the ultimate good versus the ultimate bad. Wonder Woman versus Ares. And this stage is Themyscira, the land of the woman.
I thought it was Amazonia.
No, that'd be too obvious. How did you feel about the Wonder Woman movie actually, since we're playing as Wonder Woman? Let's talk about her actual debut in terms of movie-wise.
I really liked it. What about you?
Really enjoyed it. I think I'll go and say is in terms of the DC movies that they're doing right now, I think Wonder Woman is the best one.
Yeah.
Because it had a really good story, even though it does have some flaws. Like I think the last act was very too much on the CGI.
You think?
A little bit, just a little bit too much. And the fact that again, I liked the actor who played Ares at the beginning of the whole mask thing, but to see him even in the past and the goddess at the time, he's still got the British mustache. It's like surely you could have just shaved that off.
Yeah. I really like the movie as well.
It showed it. I liked it because it shows that women can be just as equal as men, and not just the typical side character or damsel in distress. Here's Wonder Woman's super move. Summons the Amazons. What? Swipe.
It's fairly simple.
But here's the thing. See when you listen to that, you can actually hear blood sound effects, but there's no blood.
Okay.
You're sending me back.
I guess they're going for that whole Greek mythology Spartacus feel with the sword and shield.
If you truly wish to help them, you'll heed me.
But you see what I mean? Like if Ares looked similar like this, but just minus the cape and given the black face and red eyes, it would have made it a bit more menacing.
Oh fuck, there's two Batmans.
Yeah, Bane's personal nightmare.
If it's damaged, you'll never get back home.
I was gonna say it again, but I'm not going to.
Good, you better keep your mouth shut with those silly puns.
I know of Superman's plan. This is not news.
But do you know how he intends to execute his plan?
I don't know how I feel about this helmet, because see our Ares, which we only saw briefly in the beginning, his helmet design was kind of more like pointy spikes rather than a curl like a what's that animal called, a minotaur something?
I know what you're talking about. It's like a minotaur or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, a minotaur. Those types of horns.
Why would you have me do that? The conflict will re-energize.
That is a ridiculous body for Wonder Woman. I have to say, it looks very awkward.
If Superman
Do you think?
consolidates,
Well, I'm talking for more like the proportions, like
cease
from
permanently.
from the shoulders to the belly. No, it just looks very
That would
awkward.
imply you've done something
You know what I mean?
Oh, no need.
I get that she's a powerful character, but she's not that. You don't need to make her look that powerful. Like
I need
you know what? She kind of looks like a female bodybuilder.
Okay.
But then again, that's the problem. That's only the problem with this game. Well, this is a game because of the character models they chose to go with. But that's nothing against the character herself. She's badass.
Your look betrays your loyalties, Raven. You're Trigon's servant, not Superman's.
I serve both. Superman's victory will hasten my father's
And to think that it took them like what 65 years to finally give her a movie.
What took them so long to make a movie anyway?
Probably because they were too afraid of what was going to happen because of the demographic.
Were they just scared that like not a lot of people would go see it?
And if you remember back in the past, when it comes to like our communities nowadays, like where recently we now accept like the LGBT community, women being treated equally as men, but back then that was not so much a thing because it was kind of harsh back then.
Yeah.
And it was even harsh during the World War era. That's where Wonder Woman debuted. So I think the creator just created Wonder Woman as a message towards what was going on at the time. To show that yeah, women can be just as strong as equal if you give them a chance. And I'm glad we live in a society that we can. Let's say most of the planet can accept people for who they are, no matter what gender, race, or sexuality they are.
Yeah.
Because that's all we want in the world. Just a world where it's no conflict, no what ifs, just get along nicely with each other.
You're getting very deep here, Andrew.
Yeah.
I like how you're talking about like all this peacemaking stuff and
I'm
there's
being
a fight going on.
there's a fight going on in the background. well, do you know what? The real reason I'm fine is because she's in the wrong. I mean, the regime's already wrong. And what the regime Wonder Woman's doing here, she's organizing her Amazons to invade Metropolis. The problem with this Wonder Woman, the regime Wonder Woman, is that she's just blind to Superman's will.
So she's a bit like Harley Quinn to the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is see if you admitted that, if you said that to her face, you'd be dead.
Well, Superman said that to her face.
She would just shrug it off. Because Wonder Woman loves Superman in this continuity anyway. Like she says it right there. After what Joker did to Superman, he showed me the truth. Men's aggression cannot be attended, only quelled. And then our Wonder Woman's like, no, we don't do that. We are supposed to represent equality across men and women.
And I bet like our Wonder Woman like thinks that our Superman is like he's a bit of an asshole at times.
Yeah, I mean considering she got choked by him earlier, I wouldn't be surprised. Someone will take this and edit into lightsabers.
I love that. Like, have you seen the scene from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets when he's fighting the basilisk with his sword? Someone edited that as a lightsaber.
It just goes to show you, anything that has swords, it makes it even better when it's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I recall there was one in I think it was an episode of Arrow. I think it was Ra's al Ghul uses a sword and then someone just changes it with a lightsaber. Just makes it. I don't know why. It just makes it. I think it's because it's visually cool. Maybe that's what it is.
What's the sound effect?
Aye. I mean, I think that's still number one in terms of like the best sci-fi weapons.
You can't beat a lightsaber.
No, you can't not. And I missed terribly with that hand cannon. Hey, doesn't this pirate theme here, doesn't it give you a flashback of Secret Rings?
Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Mm-hmm. The pirate level?
Not so much for me, but does it do it for you?
Ah, it does, because that's the first thing that popped into my mind with the whole cannon and the pirate ship there. Or that, or Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, yeah. You see Captain Hook in the background.
No, there'll be a stage transition where your competitor lands on the pirate ship, and then Captain Hook gives you let's say Captain Hook gives you a few slashes, and then the chubby boy from Hook comes down and rolls on you.
Fud butt or something
yeah.
it was called.
Yeah, and when he rolls down the stairs. Yeah. This fight is again another padding one because it's a mirror match. See what I mean? You don't feel as engage when you're fighting yourself. But I think that's a problem when it comes to every source of media, don't you agree? When they decide to go with the duplicate route.
Yeah.
I mean, it is interesting to see the characters themselves as a different perspective, but after a while you just kind of get bored of it. Like, imagine... Well, I was going to say the Doctor, but then he doesn't really come across duplicates of himself, doesn't he?
Sometimes, like, there was an episode where, like, there was a Flash clone of him.
Right.
But he wasn't, like, an asshole or anything.
Just a standard copy.
Pretty much.
She has enabled one man to inflict his rage on
She let one man take control of her fucking mindless will. You must listen to me. We are warriors. Love warriors.
Make war, not love.
So as Wonder Woman concludes her epic speech, we'll see you in the next part, folks.
We are Amazons. We are here to save mankind.